I am going to pull up, this is my Azure recommender for the top 10 recommended movies based on user age and genre. Here's it pulled up in the IPYNB. You can see it lists out 10 recommended items based off of the user ID. This is specifically showing through age and gender. And let me pull up my pipeline. This is the one. So when I go here, preview data, scored data set, this is where we see those user IDs and then the 10 recommended items. One thing that I did in this to make sure that there were no problems is I made sure to always remove duplicate rows to clean up the data. We don't want those duplications messing with stuff. And so then the next recommender I want to talk to you guys about is this is my genre recommender. So this is something extra we did where based on a user's age and gender again, but also the ratings they have given movies. It outputted, let me show you right here. It outputted their top 10 genres. So their top 10 movies and what genres those are in. And then I took that and I created that into a data set where you can see those top 3 genres. So user 1, their top 3 genres were comedies, adventure, and horror movies. So now let's move over to our website, which is on the thing. So all right, sorry about that jump. We have the website pulled up. Here's the website. So this is where those top 3 genre recommenders come in. Sorry, it's loading because there's quite a bit of stuff. So for user 1, their top 3 genres were comedies, horror movies, and adventure. So those pop up here, and I just think that's a great attention grabber for the user. And then down here is where we have those top 10 movies recommended for the user. So that's how we implemented both of those pipelines. This one comes from an endpoint. This one, we were having difficulties having it come from an endpoint. Azure was being really difficult with deploying it. So this one, actually, we ended up taking this output and we hard coded it into the data. But in the future, we would love to deploy this with an endpoint. So yes, here's our deployed endpoint. And here is our other Azure recommender, but this one we ended up hard coding in.
All right, sorry for the sudden jump. I'm going to be showing off the hybrid recommender here. So initially we started off with a collaborative recommender based entirely upon the work that we've done in class. We've taken a few decisions over here. Because we had a smaller data set, we made the decision up here to cut off trying to find the code for it, but we cut off the number of required movie, right, like right here. Right here, we decided that we would cut off the number of ratings to 3 because the data set was smaller, and that way we had more movies to pull from for the actual recommendation. Of course, we cleaned it up. We took out duplicate users, and uh, we did it as we did in class. And then so that was for the this one right here. We made a data frame, and then we also used a content recommender, which was also very similar. We used our description for this one. And then later, with this same data frame, with the help of chat and with different articles and videos, we made a hybrid recommender class that creates a data frame for every single movie that we were able to pull from. And so this class builds it all based off of those 2 last ones. And this first part just creates the data frame, but then we took a new part here, and this data frame became a database that we put directly into Postgres, which we can see right here. Hybrid recommendations. This was the table right here. We can go ahead and view the data and see all the rows. This was the data that was deployed here into Azure, that we were able to pull from the actual website. So if we come back here, we take a look at Cineniche. If we come down here and, for example, Dick Johnson is Dead, here 5 different movies become recommended. If you like this movie, you may also enjoy this one. We can go ahead and click on these and continue to see them. But that is pretty much everything for the recommendations, and we're happy with how it turned out and how it's all able to be displayed here on the website officially. Thank you. Bye.